Just to ask you a couple of things about Gordon here specifically. A lot of people now claim Gordon as the no-gi GOAT. So you obviously get the title as gi GOAT, especially in my opinion. Gordon now no-gi GOAT. What do you think about Gordon's GOAT status?
Yeah, I think he's too young to have that status. I think that's something that he comes in the end of his career. You cannot say someone is the best ever when he's like 26, because a lot of things can still happen, which still hopefully will go really well for him. But I think he's definitely on the top level. I'll say it's technically. I mean, I don't see anyone better than him technically. He's super dedicated. He trains probably harder than everybody else. I know John is a friend of mine really well. I don't know how much they train, so he deserves all the credits that he has. I'll say he got to a level, super high level. It's probably higher than every other competitor out there. But, I think that title, you can call someone, the greatest, when he retire, not when he's halfway there. I mean, he has everything to be that person. I mean, when he stopped, but he has to stop first, and then we'll say. I mean, he could stop now, and then we'll say, okay, he was, because what he achieved, the people he fought and how he fought, but because he's still competing, so it's harder.
I think that's fair for sure.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to ask you, what do you think makes Gordon so unique? And then what was your experience, like his jiu-jitsu specifically, so unique? And then what was your experience like training with him?
I think what makes him unique is his dedication. People ask, what's the secret to be good? Train. There's no secret. Train as hard as you can. It comes to the point of how much you train, and then is how you train is very important. I think he's very smart the way he trains. I say that a few times, you can train to be tough or you can train to be good. If you just spar really hard every day, there's some guys, they're super tough because they spar a lot. They go in, and when they spar, they go full force. They're super tough, but they're tough. They're not developing their technique specifically just by going very hard. It's the opposite, the more power, the harder you go, you're compensating for your lack of technique. So I think, when I train with Gordon, when you train with someone that, they're very stiff, because they're compensating the stiffness for technique. I think he was very relaxed, which was not surprising. So that means he's relying on technique a lot more than strength. So that says a lot technically for the person. And I think the way he trains, he's very smart. So he's always training to improve his technique in every area. You have some, you can, you see some super high level fighters. They're great in some areas of the game, not overall, not all of them. For someone to be, if you want to be really good, if you want to be the best, you must be good in every aspect. So the less weakness you have, the better you are. You can have the best guard, but if you don't know how to defend your back, you're gonna get choked out. So at some point in some fight, somebody will get your back, and then you're gonna get choked out. I think that happens a lot with a lot of fighters, and I think Gordon, he's very clever in the way, and very worried to be good in everything, to practice, be in a bad position, and not panic.